What is the surprising truth about Numerary's NMR tokens next move? Now, we're going to be diving into the charts for this token and see what are some potential next moves for this coin. I will be telling you guys straight from a technical analysis perspective, basically what I'm seeing on the charts and what is likely to do. Okay. Of course, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is still the driver of this crypto markets. And if Bitcoin has more room to pump, which I think it still does, it still has a lot more room to pump, then that's going to be very good for the altcoins. However, there is still a chance that Bitcoin dumps from here, and if that happens, very bad. That happens. That's going to be happening for altcoins as well. Nothing in this market is 100%. I gauge the next moves by its probabilities. Now, I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin because that could wreck you, especially if you're a newbie in this market. So make sure to check out that video. I will link you guys at the end of this one. Now let's take a look into Numerary here, which had a pretty decent day here. Plus, I think as far up as about over 60%. It is a bigger altcoin. Okay, it has been around since the last bull run. I remember trading this. I don't have any of this token right now, but it is one of those tokens I will probably be looking into for opportunities for leverage because now it is bigger, right? During more appropriate times. And what I'm seeing here is it has basically, this is the 3-day time frame. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit into the 3-day time frame. And I am seeing a huge falling wedge pattern here. Falling wedge is definitely a pattern you should be paying attention to because it tells you after an extensive downtrend on that time frame that the price action has a higher chance of breaking to the upside. Okay, let's just say if it breaks to the upside by this point here, I see a price target for Numerary to be about $100. Now, price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. Very much depends on Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look into a smaller, a sub pattern from within the falling wedge pattern here, and this is basically what you guys are seeing on this in this smaller time frame here. I mean, in this within the bigger falling wedge pattern was that there was a smaller falling wedge pattern that I could probably see more noticeably on a lower time frame. All right, let's take a look in this the daily time frame. I'm gonna wait for my chart to load real quick. Bear with me. All right, lower time frame. This daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame. Falling wedge pattern. Price target out of this breakout here would be about $47 for Numerary. So that so it still has a little bit of way to go based on this price target. Now, does it have to meet its price target? No. Okay, like I said, it is an estimate only. There are quite a bit of potential bearish divergence signals that could be happening right now. Okay, let's take a look into 3-day time frame again. Bearish divergence, you should definitely get to know because it usually tells you that there's going to be a pullback. And and how do you spot that is when you see a higher high on the price action chart, but a lower high on the RSI, which I'm seeing here. That is bearish divergence, and this 3-day time frame ends in about 8 hours. Okay, and if it ends like this, then that's going to be a bearish divergence signal, and it could take a pullback. Okay. So something to be watching out for. Would that be a short-term pullback? Possibly something to be watching out for. Now, if Numerary actually comes all the way back up here to about almost $25, it could potentially form a cup and handle pattern because I'm seeing a potential rounded bottom here, and rounded bottoms usually turn into cup and handle patterns, right? And cup and handles are bullish patterns that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside. Let's see if that happens. So that is another scenario here. Okay. So let's see if Numerary can actually if there's gonna be bearish divergence, if it forms this cup and handle pattern, and if it hits that smaller falling wedge price target before getting to the bigger one. So this is basically what I'm seeing for NMR token. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of NMR or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis.